another episode of Was It Worth a Whisky? And today we have an absolute champion of a little whisky. We have the Balvenie Caribbean Cask. 14 years age, 43 ABV. Unfortunately, it does have added colour, but we'll let that go. So much like a lot of the other Balvenie whiskies out there, it's a beautiful tasting whisky, but this one is a little bit different. This one's finished off in a rum Caribbean cask. Not any old rum Caribbean cask picked off the shelf or imported, but this is actually hand-picked right into as far as the rum, the barrels, and the length that it's aged in the barrels for. By this I mean they actually import the Caribbean rum to Balvenie. Then they fill hand-picked barrels with that rum and they age it until David Stewart decides that it's ready, those barrels are ready for the 14-year-old product whisky, at which stage the barrels are drained, the rum is shipped off back to the Caribbean, and the whisky is put into the barrels. Now this allows them to give a very consistent product and control every aspect, not only of the whisky making process, but the rum aging process as well. So on that, let's give it a crack-a-lack. Straight away, bang, vanilla. More vanilla. Brown sugar, a waft of this orange, a bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, sweetness again, more vanilla. And if you really look deep, you can actually smell a bit of oakiness in it. On the palate, it is a really drinkable whisky. Can go with anything. When it goes in your mouth, it's light. I don't know how, it's light, but it's intense, as in it just coats your entire mouth, not one part of your mouth, but your whole mouth gets a taste and a feel. We get the caramel, sugar, hints of beautiful light spices, a bit of rumminess. Not too sweet. It's probably not as sweet as you'd expect or think out of a Caribbean cask, but it is on the sweeter side, sweeter to dry side. I find it goes really well with foods. In fact, pizza, I found it actually went really well with, as well as fish and chips, as well as steak. It's this all-round whiskey that goes well with a lot of things. Goes well in my belly and my mouth. That's where it goes well. The finish, once again, more vanilla. I get a bit of coconut, light spices, and that sugary sweetness. On the finish, I get more hints of oak coming through on the finish. And I wouldn't say it's a long finish. No, well, yeah, it's medium to long, in fact. It's definitely not a short finish, and there's no bad flavours through that finish. So that finish just keeps on going. It doesn't develop into any new flavours, but it carries on, and it's a pleasant carry on. So quite enjoyable right through. So all in all, a really well balanced whisky, and they've really thought about it, and they've really developed a great product. On that, I'm going to give it an 87 for the nose, 89 points for the palate, and 88 points for the finish, giving a grand total of 88 points. But more importantly than that, as we all know, is was it worth it? Well, this one we can quite easily pick up for 120 Australian dollars or 50 odd pounds. And it's everywhere. It's an easy one to pick up. And so I think it's a great one to have in your shelf. On those prizes, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. So if you're into trying different cask finishes and you haven't tried a rum finish yet, or maybe you have and you didn't like it, give this one a crack, because it's well worth it, and I don't think you'll be too disappointed. So till next time, cheers.